Good morning, councillors. Good morning, and we are here for the extraordinary meeting of council. I would like you please to stand for the opening prayer. Thank you. Dear God, we seek your help with our work today. Bless this meeting with your divine intelligence and help us to make the best use of our own. We are of diverse opinion here, yet we wish to mend our differences and reach agreement satisfactorily to all. Amen. Thank you. Right, we go straight into the extraordinary meeting, and we're talking this morning about the Leith Place development. There has been a notice of motion brought from the decision of full council 2 weeks ago. So that is the only agenda item on the agenda this morning. So we will have full and frank and free and respectful discussion if it gets that far. Apologies we have today. Apologies from Councillor Baldwin and a leave of absence from Councillor Lee. Can I have a move on a seconder, please? Councillor Van Rooyen and Councillor Lucina. All those in favour? Aye. Against? Carried. Thank you. Confirmation of the agenda, it is as it is. Are there any leave of absences? Councillor Gash.
If you wish to refer to the extended leave from tomorrow until the 1st of February.
1st of February. Can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Councillor Shorter and Councillor Machin. All those in favour? Against? Carried. Thank you. Are there any conflicts of interest in the agenda today and the discussion of this topic? There being none, the report is on page 5. It is a report and it covers what Councillor Van Rooyen came to me after the last meeting with a notice of motion. So we have abided by standing orders, and the notice of motion needed a third signatures to support us bringing it back to the council meeting. So the report is yours, Councillor Van Rooyen. I'm going to pass it over to you to talk to him.
Thanks. I would like to read the motion, and my reasons for that are on page 5 there are the issues, and they have a large part in my thinking. I would like to start by saying I have got full confidence in the future of Tokyo. When I look at what is happening in the town over the last couple of years, there has been a big upsurge in houses being sold, new residents coming. It is, by all reports, difficult to get a rental. So the weakness in town, obviously, is in the shopping opportunities, in the commercial part, in the retail part of the town. I have to think for a moment.
All right, no, I'll give you time.
As to what I was going to say. So to my way of thinking, the future of the town is assured, and it is the blowout in the cost of the building, which is unplanned expenditure. We haven't got a good plan as to how to pay for it. So I would like to see us take a step back, stay within our budget, and as the report says, then consult with the community what the community thinks is affordable. The other point I would like to raise is, as a council, we have got many issues underway at the moment, some difficult like wastewater and our land codes, but we have also got huge commercial developments or huge commercial opportunities. We own land as a council that needs development. it is like to build and how much work that creates. I have stated a number of times that I have seen local contractors, local builders at work, how they employ staff, how they employ apprentices. So, to my way of thinking, that is where our future lies. So, with that, I would like to move to.
So we're going to move the report, and that's the 3 recommendations on the, that are in the report, your 3 recommendations. Thank you. I am going to have a seconder, please, and then I'll open it up for, thank you, Councillor Knuckle-Lipscomb. I'm now going to open it up for discussion. Has anybody got anything that they would like to add to the discussion? Councillor Shorter.
I'm not fussed on that building. Okay, I really am. I don't like the opera either. But that's my way of thinking is it has to be, if you build something, it has to be different. Okay, otherwise, we got the state diagram goes right through. It has to have the so-called wow factor. The way I'm seeing this now is that we're losing 30 car parks and we're replacing it with a lawn. This is what this is. Okay, we're keeping the terrible toilets there in the meantime. Now I would like to know what is in the meantime, how long is that? I also would like to go back out to public consultation. We have been out for public consultation. They have then decided that what came out of it is that building. We've consulted. We've done everything in the council's power. And then you're telling the residents and the business people, I'm sorry, but you can't have it, it's too expensive. Okay, that's number one. Number two for me would be that what does it actually say about our council? Are we, when we consult, why are we consulting? That's all I have to say.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Clusina.
A couple of things about the initial consultation. There were sets of plans which were made public. They were down at the information centre. It was made quite clear that the building was not part of those plans. The building was going to come later, and it was going to be designed or approved by a subcommittee of the council. And that's what happened. The public had no say over the initial building, whether it was an information centre or a toilet block or anything. That was done by delegated authority from the council. So they haven't been consulted on that, and probably should be, because that's the major feature of the new square. So I think we were a bit arrogant in trying to have a subcommittee plan something for the whole of the Tokoroa South Waikato district that the public can have input on, and it's also a major cost. So that was wrong, and in every perspective it was wrong. Secondly, if we have a second chance to look at what we're doing, do we really need to have an information centre? We've got a shop across the road now which looks really good. It's a nice information centre. People can go there and get what they want, and they're having trouble filling up the shop. They've got to put in some static displays to make it look full. What we do need in the town square area is a really good block of toilets. And the toilets should be, as I've seen in Europe recently, have an attendant. You go past the attendant and you decide whether you're going to go straight to the toilet, just want to use the washroom, do you want to have a shower, do you want to have a rest, do you want to change the baby? And all those things are done in a really updated, comfortable building where people have confidence they can call in and have clean facilities. That's what we need in this town, because that should be the focus. The actual design of it doesn't really matter. It could be a big teepee, it could be a totem pole, whatever. But the contents are important, and that is clean restrooms which have an attendant and if necessary, open for fairly long hours. The attendants get paid, and the people that use the toilet pay some money. And that's common in New Zealand now too, so we wouldn't be first on that. So go back to the drawing board, start again on the building, and that's my opinion.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I didn't support the thing in the first place. I'm always dubious of things that say it's going to make everybody stop and spend lots of money, because sometimes they stop but they don't often spend a lot of money. So I didn't vote for it in the first place, but I backed the decision to, once it was a majority decision. But the reasons I've voted this time to continue with it, now that we've said we'll do it, is firstly it was sold to us as a make or break for Tokoroa. Those that supported it said this will make or break Tokoroa. If we don't do it, Tokoroa will die. So I was thinking, are we going to let Tokoroa die for the sake of $800,000? Secondly, we promised buildings it would happen, and I was worried that business had made business decisions on the basis that that would happen and that it might have made a difference there and that we were letting those people down. I was also concerned, like Councillor Shorter, that we'd be lessening the parking and all there'd be to show for it would be a lawn. And that if we proceeded later, that it would be even dearer. Costs are only going to go up. I also was concerned that if we're going to spend an extra $800,000, I thought we should be consulting. So therefore, and I, from asking around, I haven't heard of anyone that's going to be drastically affected by our deciding not to do it for now, or to defer the decision or the build or whatever. So now I'm willing to, I think, just support Councillor Van Rooyen's request that we consult again and just have a rethink of the whole thing.
All right, thank you. Councillor Machen?
Yes, Your Worship. I'm disappointed that we don't have two councillors with us today. Councillor Baldwin, in particular, spoke strongly in favour of this project at the last meeting. It would have been really good having him here today. However, if they are not here, so what I would do is just quickly run over my history with the project and then tell you what I think, and it will be an amalgam of what has just gone before, really. It's some time, in fact, the last period of council, that the decision was made to spend $2 million. And that was pretty unanimous around the table here, and I voted for the $2 million proposal at that stage. It was still pretty wide open. We did consult. There was much controversy about the parking and various other factors, but the group that was set up and a couple of meetings finally endorsed the plan to go ahead with it. As Councillor Lucina has said, the building wasn't part of it at that stage. Nobody had seen the concept of the building. I seen the concept of the building sort of immediately before I went overseas for a holiday, and I missed the meeting where that was discussed and agreed at. I'm not sure what the vote was at that meeting, but it sounded like it was fairly unanimous at that stage. When I returned from my holiday, I hadn't recorded that I would have voted against that proposal. And I would have voted against it mainly on the grounds that the price had doubled. And I was very afeared that the $2 million that had become $4 million would become $5 million. And so it has transpired, of course. And my worry is now that the $2 million that went to $4 million, that is now sitting just on $5 million, before we put a spade in the ground, will turn into $6 million. And as Councillor Van Rooyen, I think, said, we have some major financial challenges facing us. The solid waste project, for a start, we're already looking at price escalations there to cover up the old landfill and to build a new station for our waste. There's the cost of the new sewage plants around the district, a large bill. All of this money will be found through intergenerational borrowings, of course, but that still will impost upon our rates. And we're looking not just next year, but over the next 3 years, at quite substantial rates increases for our population. There are many people in Tokoroa, despite the new valuations of your houses, that say that you've got a large equity now, that actually have no money in the bank and struggle to pay their existing bills. I think what we want is a project that does clean up the front of the town. I personally am not too worried about the parking losses. I know that is a major concern for some people, but when you consider that there's around 25 to 30 parking spaces taken up every day for 8 hours and more by people who park there in the morning and go to work somewhere else or park in front of their businesses and leave their car here all day, we're not really going to be losing any parking spaces. I remember 50 years ago, I worked in Leith Place, and the rule was, as an employee, we weren't allowed to park in Leith Place. That was for customers and visitors, it wasn't for the employees to park there. I'd like to see a return to that. So if we can deliver a nice, clean area, a plaza as somebody's called it, and certainly the toilets. The toilets need to be top class. If they need to have an employee there, I'm certainly very considerate of that. But somewhere clean, somewhere that people want to stop, something, whether it's murals or statuary around it that will attract people to come in there. We are on the safe highway, as has been said, and I think that would actually give us the wow factor, if you like. So I'm strongly against spending all this money. I would like us to go back and cut our cloth according to our funds, so to speak. So there's my speech on the subject.
Thank you, Councillor Major. Councillor Bell? Councillor Cook, sorry. Councillor Cook.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I voted for the new building with the extra costs. I see us going back to the drawing board, and I believe it'll be more years before we get a building finished, and the time will cost us money. And then next, I'd also like to add that I feel the process of today is skewed, given that 2 councillors are away when they were here when the first resolution was passed. And I think that whole process needs to be reviewed, albeit at a later date. I think it's unfair to be able to call a meeting such as this without all the councillors that were at the first one to vote not being here today.
Thank you. Councillor Gersh, do you want to speak?
Yeah, thank you, Your Worship. First of all, I want to start by saying I do agree with Councillor Machen's history of the project, a summary of the history of the project. But in saying that, we are, the South Waikato and Taupo in particular, is not unique in the challenges that we are facing at present. Many towns and rural communities are facing those same challenges with rate increases, wastewater, solid waste, that we are currently facing. I don't think, and I don't believe that just because we face those challenges, we should step away from some of our other responsibilities. This project, and I think back to the start when we decided on the brief and the scope of the project, some of those things were the wow factor. We wanted something that was iconic to this district and this town. We wanted to improve the reputation of Taupo, and that was something we spoke about at length over a number of years. How we would love to change the perception of Taupo nationally, and this is what we, as a group, decided would help. Yes, I agree that the budget, I guess I was sceptical too, as Councillor Machen was at the start, that it probably would end up being more than $4 million. But if we continue to do what we've always done, and that is the history of underfunding projects, or under-delivering on projects, we will always have what we've got. We will not move forward. And that worries me that in 5 or 10 years' time, because we were scared to, we were scared of the consequences of putting our kahunas on the line, I guess, as I've been quoted as saying, if we're scared to do that, what are we here for? We're here to make decisions for our community. We were voted here to make decisions for our community, what we believe to be the best. We've made those decisions. We've got to this point. When things get a bit tough, we get a bit scared, and we run away. We'll end up with what we've got now into the future, and nothing will change. I don't know that's going to be my legacy on council, and I certainly would expect that some other people around this table would feel the same. To be honest, I'm dismayed at the attitude of some members and some members of the community around that, the fact that they're holding this account back, and they have held it back. Just in closing, if the vote goes against proceeding with the project, I really believe we need to go back and start again from scratch and look at what we really want. But my vote will be, has been, to proceed as is.
Thank you for that. All right, just to add my 10 cents worth. Pretty well, Councillor Layton has, sorry, Councillor Nuttall, let's go.
Carry on, Your Worship, I'll wait.
No, I will sum up at the end, thank you.
Kia atu mea nui o te mea e tangata e tangata e tangata. What is the most important thing in this world? It is people, it is people, it is people. I was born in Tupua and I am in a privileged position because of the people that voted me onto this council. I have said time and time again, it is beholden upon me to be a champion for my community, to be a champion for this district. I don't doubt that every single person who was elected onto this council is passionate about this district. I am not being unbrave when I don't support this project. Far from it. I'm being courageous and brave to stand on the principles that I stood for when I was elected, and that is to protect my community. I'm a local businesswoman. My children attend school in this district. My family is from here, and for the people that voted me into council, we simply cannot afford at this point, with all of the other financial and economic pressures that our community is going through at this particular time, to support the project in its current form.
Thank you. So, summing up then, we've all had our say on this. I agree with Councillor Nuttall-Lipscomb as well. It's the affordability of this issue that has just blown out the budget. That is my concern. It is my concern that, yes, we make decisions for our community, but we know our community. We are, and I don't like to say this, but we're actually, on the deprivation scale, we are 10. We are the worst of our community is. And we have to think, yes, we're representing our community, but we have to think about our community's ability to pay. And that is really important to me too. That, yes, we can have these fantastic buildings, and it is a fantastic building and development, but we have to look at originally what we said would go into it, and I was comfortable with that. A blowout of $852,000 to me is just excessive. We budget at home, and we budget for what our income is. We had a set amount for this project, which was considerable, and then it blew out to another 852, and this is a cost to ratepayers. Who pays? Ratepayers pay, and it's our community, and we just can't afford that. Valuations. Residential valuations have gone up 71%, and that's going to be reflected in rates next year on our people. Lifestyle blocks have gone up 44%. That's a huge impulse. Yes, as Councillor Machin said, we've got greater equity, but it's the money in the bank that isn't there. So, as well as the increased rates on because of our valuations, again, I say with solid waste, our wastewater, our infrastructure issues. We're just spending $700,000 in Pataruru. We've got to do that here in Tukurua as well. We've got our growth planning and the district plan reviews. They don't cost nothing. They cost when we're doing that. We've got our concept planning, and again, we've already got our industrial land and our residential land that we have land bank that we need to be working on development. So to me, it is just a groundswell of costs to our community, and then we're asking them to spend $852,000 more. I think if we stop now, it's going to give us an opportunity to take a breath. We can still have the wow factor. We can still have new toilets. We can have iconic toilets, and we can still do that, but we can do it within budget, as far as I'm concerned. I don't support the extra money at all. When we built the event centre, we built that building, and we had a budget, and we stayed within that budget on that building, we did. So I agree, we must cut our cloth, and I don't support us continuing with the building as it is. I support us continuing the project of Leith Place and the development of Leith Place, but not that Northern End Plaza. I think it gives us a great opportunity to re-look at it and still find a well factor and still end up with something very, very quickly. I see that we start the southern end of the project, so I'm quite happy with the project as it is. We start the southern end of the project, simultaneously we are getting plans, consulting, so that I'm hoping this time, June, July next year, that we actually do still have something. So I want them to work in conjunction. So this project will still be on track. So from there we have a mover, thank you for that, and thank you councillors for your comments. We have a mover and we have a seconder. We've each had an opportunity. There are 3 recommendations there. They've been moved and seconded. All those in favour of those 3 recommendations, please say aye. Against? Hands up please. Can I have those who support the 3 recommendations that we revoke the decision that the original Leith Place project as tendered will continue and will have extra funding of 852,000. Those who want to revoke that, please raise your hands. So 3 recommendations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those against is 3. 5, 3. Vote is carried. We are revoking the motion, and we now have got the option outlined in the report. We are going to follow those steps for Leith Place. Councillor Matthew.
Your Worship, something I meant to mention when I was talking earlier. That option, the third point is most important, as you've just said. The civil works and things like that, and Mr. Knighty will probably give a bit more information if it's required. I think 101% of the population want to see number 1 state highway fixed up through Tokoroa, and that's dependent on some of the underground works taking place in that area. So the sooner we can get onto that, the sooner we can get rid of a hell of a lot of
So I had a conversation with Mr. Nigel this morning, and he said, glad that this meeting is today. We can get on. We need to get on with some dreadful potholes in the state highway. But Mr. Nigel, have you got a comment that you'd like to put forward? Because really it is. We too from here. We've made the decision today. We too from here.
Your Worship, so I've been talking to our contractors, and the intention is that because the state highway guys have NZT has all of the work on the state highway in terms of dealing with the flooding and the pavements we took over, we're going to combine those projects. So it's one disruption over a period of time around here. So the intention is, and we had to work backwards in terms of the pavement that's going down on state highway 1 because of the weather conditions, so that has to be done before the end of March. So we're working back, so we're hoping, and the storm will take 6 weeks, so we're hoping to make it start with civil works early January.
So is there any part of the development can start before Christmas but not disrupt Christmas traffic or the retailers in Leith Place?
So we're hoping to be really having a conversation with the contractors to see if it's possible to do that, and to ensure that we don't get any disruption because of the public and the car activities. So we'll get that confidence.
All right, thank you for that. Thank you. So that is the report. Are there any members' information?